it's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.
On to our first feature of the day, and good luck to our sponsor for the race meeting. It's Tab Gold, the intelligent bet. They sponsor both the Derby and the Oaks. First up will be the Derby, which is race number 6. It's a Group 3. It's for a stake of 350,000 Rand, and as you've come to know over the years, the Derby and the Oaks are open to all ages. So this race number 6, before we touch on the form lines, let's have a look at that interview package.
To the 300, Pirate Prince the inside, Rocky Reef is running on, one-way traffic, and all the while Cape Eagle is starting to wear them down to business the inside, down to business, Cape Eagle on the outside, down to business, but Cape Eagle's going to get up on the post. One-way traffic, down to business, Pirate Prince.
Yeah, Cape Eagle was a great winner last time out over 2-4. Obviously this time we are stepping him up against probably better quality horses. A very competitive race. We are a little bit worse off at the weights with Justin's horse. But our horse, he's a real trier. His prep has been very, very good. He's flying at the moment at home. Obviously healthy respect for the field, but couldn't complain about his prep and his well-being at the moment. So I am hopeful for a good run.
Well, Callum has really come a long way from that young boy with the bow tie on, holding his dad's hand and walking around Hollywoodbets Scottsville and Greyville. Yeah, he's really come a long way. And I like his confidence. You won't hear that from Dad Mark. The horse is absolutely flying. So he's a young man with a bit of confidence, young Callum. And he says this horse is flying back home. Well, we'll know that what happened, what was it, the Lonsdale, yeah. We know what happened in the Lonsdale and the scratching of the horse. And then they sidestepped the Cup trial for this race. That's the way I read the script. Because he was in the entries for the Cup trial. They decided, let's not go that race, let's allow to take this route to try and possibly qualify him for the main event, which is the Hollywoodbets Durbanville in July. Decision-wise, you think when you look at the field now in hindsight, the way the Cup trial went out against this type of field, you think it's a safer option?
I don't think it's a safe option, Deez. I think it was the right option because you've tried a horse over 2-4 and then to suddenly drop him back in trip to 1,800 meters may have not been the best.
And the quality of that field as well.
Correct.
More horses vying for it.
It was a lot stronger. It was a lot stronger, and not saying that this isn't strong, but that race, I mean, you had horses that were looking to qualify for the big one, and
Oriental Charm now in,
yeah, he must be in. He must be in. I'm not quite sure what sort of chance I give him, but yeah, I think he's obviously a horse that's going to go well. But
okay, talk to me about Cape Eagle. What's your thoughts?
I think he's a big runner. I think that on current form, he's a horse that they all have to beat. I think despite number 2, one-way traffic being better off at the weights with him when he ran second to Cape Eagle at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, and that was in the Highland Night. I just think that Cape Eagle could just be a better horse at this point in time because he's certainly flying, and as you heard from Callum, he's confident. This horse runs fresh. He's doing everything that they've asked him, and he's a horse that is in a good space. So I think he's a horse that they all have to beat. Although you've got a horse here like without question, and the one concern that I've got with number 10 without question is the distance, 2,400 meters. Will he see it out? He probably should see out the distance, but I think that he's a horse that should run a nice race, and I think you have to include him in the exotics. Don't have the greatest of confidence with him, but I think that he's going to run a nice race, and I think the race lies between those two horses. Apart from those, I don't think number 5, Aragosta, can turn the form around on a line through down to business with Cape Eagle. Zeus, his last 3 starts haven't been the greatest. He's an absolute turpentine specialist over 2-4, so I'm not convinced he can get involved. Future Pearl doesn't seem to be in the right vein of form at this point in time, as he was at this point last season, where he was absolutely flying, and he went for the gold vase, and he eventually got the Gold Cup, and Well then, looking at the balance, I don't think anything else could be capable of getting involved. So 1 in 10 for me, but top choice has got to be number 1 Cape Eagle. He runs well fresh, and to me, he's the right horse in the race.
I think he's the horse to beat, but again, I'm playing for some type of results here, because 1 Cape Eagle, what type of tactics they're going to use this time round. Last time out, it was a bit of a surprise the way they raced him, but they're not going to waste that number 1 draw. I think he races very well forward here. He's an obvious choice. Number 2, one-way traffic. The weight turnaround has to, see him have a chance of reversing the form with Cape Eagle. Number 3, Future Pearl. Well, you can't ride off a horse that was in such great form around this time last season. And if he surprises you bouncing back to his best, don't be, because he's a horse that is talented. And let's see how he goes here. He'll get my vote. I can't discount Richard Fourie. Whatever he rides, he has to be put in. 5, Aragosta. He carried 62 kgs when he won that Cape Stayers, so I have to include him as well. On his day, if he is the Aragosta that we've come to know, the Aragosta that won the Derby as a 3-year-old, comes to the 4-year, he's a horse that can also be competitive. And then without question, Justin Snate is one of the trainers that has already declared his jockeys, and Rachel Vinica is on this horse for the Hollywoodbets Durbanville July, number 10 without question. Is he already in the race? Well, his claim to fame was basically 2 races, running second in the Daily News as a 3-year-old behind seat again, and running third to double superlative in the WSB Met. If that's good enough for him to be in the race, well, the panel will have to decide that. But if he wins this, I think then he's in the race. So he's going to be tuned to the second, number 10, without question. So I've gone wide here, Royal. Just in my summary, my place accumulator numbers will be 1 and 2. My bipod numbers will be 1 to 10. And my pick 6 numbers was going to be 1, 2, 3, 5 and 10.
So you're keeping it down to 5 horses there?
Yeah,
Not more than 5.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it to the rule. I don't know if you noticed, but in the previous race,
We'll
I was
get
a bit
to that,
naughty.
we'll get to that,
I was a bit
for
naughty
sure.
in the previous race, but this race we're sticking to the rule.
Yeah, that's a 1-2 for the PA for Ds. But Cape Eagle, we both agree, this is the one that they all have to beat.
I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.